lifestyle our dogs are living today can lead to so much hidden inflammation, and this in turn can lead to almost every disease that can afflict them. Now, inflammation is not a random occurrence. It's there because something is causing it. So what are the main causes of inflammation for our dogs? Well, in first, second, and third place is diet. So today, let's look at the top 4 ingredients that we need to eliminate from our dog's diet if we want to stop or reduce significantly that inflammation that's leading to disease and damage in the body. So stay tuned to learn more in today's short video. Hi there, it's Lyndall Pinchin, Canine Naturopath from Canine Vitality. Welcome back to the channel, guys. It's Happy Healthy Dogs and happy 2025 as well. Guys, if you are new to the channel, thank you for stopping by today. I hope you find this video helpful. Feel free to subscribe and also click on that bell to be notified of all my weekly videos. Now, if you're a regular, thank you for coming back. I hope also you enjoyed today's video. Now, why is inflammation such a big deal, I hear you say? You might really be thinking that it's only going to affect your dog if they have had some sort of injury or infection, or maybe after a surgical procedure. But the reality is that inflammation underpins all disease patterns and might be affecting your dog without you even realizing it. Now, anything from skin rashes and allergies to recurrent infections like ear infections, seizures, gut problems such as leaky gut, dysbiosis and IBD, joint issues like arthritis, all autoimmunity, anxiety, cardiovascular disease, diabetes, and every cancer. Now, the list really goes on and on. So if your dog has some type of health issue that's related to any of these, it most likely is going to have this underlying pattern of inflammation. Now, when it comes to the drivers of inflammation, diet is absolutely the number one cause, and also probably the easiest thing that we can make really good changes around. And while there are, of course, going to be other contributing factors that can drive inflammation patterns in your dog's body, what they eat is having the biggest impact. So let's look at the top 4 ingredients that we want to avoid giving our dogs if we really want to stop or reduce down this triggering of inflammation. So number 1 are starches and sugars. Now, whether it's the starches that is found in processed foods like kibbles, dry foods, commercial foods, or the starches found in grains like white rice, white pasta, and other refined carbohydrates and simple sugars. All of these lead to the creation of inflammation for your dog. Now, how does this occur? Well, a couple of things to remember here, guys. Firstly, there's these refined carbohydrates have what is known as a high glycemic index, which can cause a rapid spike in your dog's blood sugar, and this then triggers off inflammation patterns. Now, in addition, gluten in certain grains like wheat and oats and other gluten-containing grains can almost be impossible for our dogs to digest properly, and this sensitivity then triggers off inflammation in the body. So we want to avoid any processed foods, including those grain-free options. I'm just going to put my camera up a bit, in certain starch that have certain starches added that have a similar impact. Now, when we eliminate commercial foods from our dog's diet and start focusing on a more natural, preferably raw diet, this can significantly reduce the exposure to these types of ingredients, of course, and therefore inflammatory patterns. Number 2 is the high omega-6 to omega-3 ratio. Now, while sugars and starches top the list in foods that are going to trigger inflammation, the ratio between what are known as essential fatty acids, omega-6 and omega-3, is also critical in reducing or stopping that inflammatory pattern. Now, both omega-6 and omega-3 fatty acids have to come from your dog's diet, as your dog can't make these themselves internally. And both fatty acids are essential. However, while omega-3 fats are well known as anti-inflammatory fats, omega-6 fatty acids tend to be what we would call as pro-inflammatory, meaning that they'll increase inflammation in the body. So while a small amount is necessary, we don't want our dogs getting excessive amounts of this omega-6 fatty acid. Now, dogs that are on a typical commercial diet of any kind are usually going to be getting too much omega-6 fatty acid. Now, the ratio we want to aim for is about 1:1 from up to 6:1 omega-6 to omega-3. But in a typical commercial diet, this can be as high as 20 or even 30:1, which is like way too much. Now, this fatty acid is found in processed seed oils such as corn, soy, canola, safflower, sunflower oils, which are often present in these commercial-based foods. Now, in addition, you often find that commercial foods will contain corn or cornmeal along with soy, both of which are very inflammatory due to this high omega-6 content. But even if you're feeding a raw diet, be really careful, guys, of too much chicken fat, especially if this is non-organic meat, as the fat is rich in omega-6 fatty acids. So if you are currently feeding any commercial foods of any kind, your dog is going to be getting a really good whack of omega-6. So instead, we want to avoid these foods and start adding in foods that are rich in the omega-3 fats, so those anti-inflammatory fats, to balance this ratio out. So salmon and mackerel and sardines, organic beef and eggs are excellent sources of omega-3, as of course are good quality wild-caught fish oil supplements. Now, of course, you can also consider hemp seed oil, flaxseed oil and chia seeds, but just remember, while these really are good sources, for some dogs, they will struggle to convert these into a usable form within the body. So fish oil is generally going to be more reliable from this perspective. Number 3 today is any or all of those artificial additives and preservatives. Now, additives like artificial colors and flavors, chemical preservatives, these can all contribute to chronic inflammation. Now, BHT, BHA and ethoxyquin, these all have negative impacts on our dog's health as preservatives added into these foods. They're often used, as I said, as preservatives in any commercial food. Now, in addition, meat meal that's found commonly in many dog foods will also trigger inflammation. And meat meal is the ground up animal parts like bone, feet, beaks, etc. that are often put into commercial food as a source of protein. This is especially the case for those cheaper commercial products out there that are going to have many more additives and preservatives. The main takeaway here is to avoid these foods. That way you're going to be avoiding those preservatives. So of course, if you must feed them, look for preservative-free options as well. And finally today, number 4 is low quality protein. Now, any protein that comes, it's a byproduct of an animal, as those I mentioned just a moment ago, along with poor quality cheap proteins like soy that do contain those inflammatory substances, are not good choices. Now, meat and byproduct and plant proteins are added in because they're much cheaper, but they just offer so little quality protein and do increase inflammation due to this poor quality protein. Now, dogs are designed to thrive on a high quality animal protein diet, such as raw meats, fish, eggs, etc. And when we feed these types of proteins to our dogs, not only do they get the benefit of the quality protein itself, which is essential, but we know we're going to be feeding foods that are anti-inflammatory in nature, especially where free range or organic. So we want to avoid those cheaper quality proteins as well. So there we've got 4 ingredients that we really want to eliminate from our dog's diet or significantly reduce if we want to get that inflammation pattern down or under control and really help prevent or even reverse existing chronic disease patterns. And I'd really love to hear from you guys in the comments section how you do feed your dog. Are you a raw feeder convert? Do you still do a bit of half-half? Do you feed a bit of commercial? Do you feed a little bit of raw? Do you cook your own dog's diet? I'd love to hear what you're doing to help your dog in terms of their health. Guys, thank you for watching today's video and stopping by. I hope you did enjoy this information, and if you did find it helpful, please do give it a like and share it out there for other dog owners like yourself who might be looking for some natural options for their dog. And if you're needing any further assistance, of course, all my details are below and I am open for limited consultations. Guys, I hope wherever you are in the world today, you're having a wonderful day. It's a lovely, sunny, warm day today here. We are, of course, in our summer, but we are about to get a bit more rain, I think. Poppy's asleep at the moment because she had a really big swim this morning at the beach. Anyway, I'll catch up with you next week, guys, in another video. But till then, take care and I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.